The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I'm your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're following me on all the social media platforms I have linked below. That way, if there's a band, a song, a video, something you want me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM or you can leave it in the comments below. If you are going to hit me with a DM, please, no spamming. And if you are going to leave it in the comments below, join the I Concur Army, because only you can agree with a suggestion. All you have to do to join the ICA is give the comment section a cursory glance. If you see your suggestion has already been made, all you have to do is leave a like on that original comment and below it reply with I concur. That will help my old burnout DJ brain put everything into a nice little organized list, and I can get it into the handy dandy notebook. Another way for you to get your suggestion to me every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time, right here from the east side of Nashville. We do the live stream, The Wild Side Live, another chance for you to sit down for 2 hours and hang out and talk everything from rock and roll to radio. The only rules are no politics, no religion. So it's 2 hours of fun. Before we get to today's video, I do want to say thank you to Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music to See, Gothic Jewelry, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter, proud sponsors of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. Today's video is coming via suggestion, not only from the live stream, but from Facebook. Kiersey has said, hey, you got to check out the new solo Marco HIETALA songs. And he released a new album called Pyre of the Black Heart. And what's really crazy is this guy has been gigging nonstop at a high level for like 5 decades. And this is his first solo album, The Pyre of the Black Heart. And the band he put together, Tuomas Wainola is on guitars, Vili Oilila is on keys, and Anssi Nikkanen. I'm just trying to think of watching Formula One racing and how they're spelled, so that's how the guy on TV would say it. Anssi Nikkanen is on drums. And so again, 5 decades in the business, and this is his first solo album. And the track we're checking out today is called Dead God's Son. Here we go. I got all their names wrong, so fill me in down below. I thought that was me.
Like a shroud.
so familiar. Like nice. Yeah, I like that. That's a solid track right there. I like that. That's a really good progressive track, and I'll break that down here in a second. But I do have to point this out. There's always that chick, man. Where are you? She's always there, man. No matter how slow jam of a song it is, she's always there. I want you to watch her right here. She's always there, man. She's at every show, isn't she? No matter how slow the jam is. There she goes. Everybody else is kind of in one time. She's all... It's like, all right, man. I remember my first beer. Marco HIETALA from the album Pyre of the Black Heart. That is Dead God's Son. There's a lot of things I like about this track, and again, what really stands out about a track like this when you hear it, the quality of it, the production of it, everything about the track, you think, this is this guy's first solo album. You know, he was in Tarot, he was doing Nightwish, and now he decides to do this. This is a brilliant blues-based prog tune, is what this would be. And I was trying to catch it because when you're, and I've said this in many videos before, when you're introducing new music, not new sounds, don't confuse the two. When you're introducing new music to people, you really want to make sure that there's an element of familiarity, something comfortable in the sound, in the tone, in the color spectrum that's being created in your brain. And you want something familiar there. Dude, this thing is dripping with familiarity, yet it is a brand new, it is another iteration of progressive blues-based metal. And that's what this is. So, you're looking for familiarity, and at first you're like, all right, dude, I'm catching tones of Jethro Tull. I'm catching tones of these certain sounds that are familiar in my heft of tone and color. But that guitar solo, I wrote down Dio. That guitar solo really was the, call it the icing on the cake, you can call it whatever you want, but that was really what solidified the blues bass, that earth tone in the color spectrum. That's what's coming through here, and that really, it almost sounds like a fat sound, but it's not. People mistake it for fat, and it's not. It's thick. It's a really good, thick tone that's being laid out here. And the keys are good, too, because what I like what Vili's doing on the keys is he's able to weave together in the proper measure when and where the classic needs to come in. The classical needs to come in. So the sounds that he's making in there, almost bordering on that Hammond B3 tone that you're usually hearing in like a Uriah Heep or another progressive band from that 70s blues-based tone that we're all familiar with and everything else launches from. That Robin Trower sound, that Rory Gallagher sound, that thick, rich tone. It's blues, right? But yet it's heavy. So it's a really cool mixture, and the keys kind of thread all that through. But what's really also and always amazing about Marco is he has such a unique vocal style. I've said it before, I'll say it again about Marco. That dude is metal. He's metal, man. I mean, that is... Where are you, man? Let me just look at you. I mean, do you need to? I mean, do you really need to see? I mean, the dude is just... He is walking, talking, singing credibility is what he is. Like, no one is going to question that dude's bona fides in metal. And this isn't just appearance. It exudes from him. You know, that darkness, that sharing of dark and light that is so familiar in harmonic metal. But his vocals are unique. His vocals are very unique. And I picked up on this early when I was doing Nightwish videos. I've checked out a couple of tarot songs as well. What really stands out, and I think Northern Kings, I think I did a Northern Kings video as well, and I always point this out. Marco is deceptive. He's almost, sorry, I got a hair in my eye. I call it vocal chicanery. So when you're listening to someone sing, traditionally, they sing in a certain cadence, depending on the time signature, and they sing in certain keys. Most importantly, they sing in a certain inflection. Hold that for a second. There was a study done by linguistics students, I believe either Oxford or Cambridge. I can't remember which. But what they did is they changed how they said certain parts of their speech. They didn't change any words. All they changed was where they inflected and where they made different movements within how they spoke. It drove people crazy. It would drive people to, are you messing with me kind of a thing. No, you're saying exactly what you're saying, but you're just changing little different things. And the linguistics study was talking about how the person who's hearing it doesn't know what it is that's off, but they know that there's something off. He's on. So when you hear him make the change, which I always talk about, which is when you get to the end of a verse, when you get to the end of a chorus, you're expecting the vocal to do something. You have an expectation in your head of, okay, we do this or we do that. And you can go through millions of songs, and it's this ingrained pattern in your head that your auditory receptors are getting ready for. He doesn't do it. He'll go a different direction right at the end or at the beginning or in the middle. He'll take it up to this almost yodel when he hits that high. And yet it always maintains this thickness through it all. So even though your brain is kind of thrown by that, your auditory receptors go, wait, what? And then he does it again and you go, okay. And then he does it again and you say, that fits. That's correct. That's how you do it. And it doesn't upset me and want to make me throw you off the Thames Bridge, which I think they said in that study. So Marco's vocals, he's walking, talking credibility. He's just got such a really good, perfect voice for what we would call AOR, album-oriented rock. You could sit and listen to this guy sing all day. He has such a variety of direction with his vocal chicanery that it creates a wonderful, pleasing color pattern through the light spectrum in my head. So he's never been off. And the first thing I got from him was the High Hopes cover. And then it led me to the Northern Kings and then watching more stuff and seeing him on his own out there as a solo artist. I do need to point this out before I wrap this up. That is brilliant storytelling in that song. That is really good lyrics, very well constructed, and the way that they moved words around to make it flow, and yet it didn't lose the theme, it didn't lose the patter, it didn't lose anything by switching those words. Really well done, very clear in its imagery. And I really like that. That's what I like about prog metal, is they always take you on such great journeys and great adventures in your brain while being guided through that color pattern. And it's another great example of Marco's brilliance, not just as an artist, but as a singer, as a songwriter. So well done, Marco Hietala. That is Dead God's Son from the album Pyre of the Black Heart. Again, I think that's Nuclear Blast, or that's Nuclear. Yeah, another banger from Nuclear Blast, man. Good job, guys. Again, I've reviewed and broken down many of their artists, and every single one of them, your A&R people are absolutely on point. And well done with Marco Hietala. I'll check out more from this album as well. If you have any suggestions on how to get deeper into that, by all means, make sure you comment down below. And if you are going to hit me up with a DM for more suggestions, I say it every time. Please provide a link. Link me up. One of the most frustrating things is to review a video, to break down a video. Someone wants my thoughts on it, and then I'm getting DM after DM after DM about, hey man, you really should have done this one, or you should have done that one. So just like with my Facebook page, you put it up there. If it gets the concurs, the I Concur Army shows up, then that's the one we're going with. So it's not a democracy, but you get what I'm saying. Let's try to help each other out here. And you guys are awesome, so thank you very much for that suggestion. I have relied on my Sherpas, my I Concur Army, to help guide me through this new journey of music that I've been taking over the past year, and you've not let me down. So thank you very much to my musical Sherpas. Thank you very much to the I Concur Army. Thank you very much to Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music to See, Gothic Jewelry, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy day to give The Wild Side with Eric Clark just a moment of your time. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to like it, go ahead and share it. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.